What's up, guys? So first and foremost, look at this door that I flipped backwards so it opens up so I have a little more room in my little man cave. So I figured I'd give you guys a tour of it because I plan on switching things out here very shortly. And I just wanted to kind of give you a before just to see what I'm working with now. And we'll have an update once the progress is made. But first and foremost, it's a little dark in here. Let's change that. Computer, make cat cave bright white.
Okay.
Bam. Look at that. So as you see here, I have Govee lights pretty much everywhere in here. I have these strip lights with diffusers that wrap all the way around the ceiling. You don't see a single wire. I have the smart bulbs in there. And then behind this 75-inch Vizio, I have the Dream View. It's got this little camera right here. So whatever's on the display gets mimicked back there, colors change, and then all these things are linked up to it. So they dance around and it's kind of ghetto, but it's fun too. So let's talk about some of this audio gear I have in here. Now, pretty much everything in this room, with the exception of these subwoofers that I didn't even originally get for here, I had laying around. I've got multiple setups and hey, just kind of slapped it all together for a fun little COVID-ish project. So it is wired for a 5.4.4, but well, actually it'll be 0.6 because there's 6 subwoofers that I have. There's 2 more right there, and then one there, and then the other corners. They are the Monolith THX 8s. They're cheap little subs, 8-inch subs, but they go down to low 20s, like 22, 23 hertz. Can't really beat it. I'm gonna have 6 of them in this little tiny room. So the tower speakers, these are old school. They're better part of 30 years old at this point. They were my first real speakers. I got them used years ago. They are the Energy C7s. That center is, I think, the CC1. They were black, but I wrapped them with this kind of blue. It's actually wallpaper. I thought it'd match in this room. And they came out pretty good. They kind of got some Focal vibes going on, I think, at least. I like them. They've got a beautiful soundstage, really wide. They sound like they're further apart than they are. For this little room, they're awesome. Not the best, but they work. The receiver I have is a Yamaha Avantage. It's an old one though. Not that great. I've got a Denon X1700 right there. Also not that great. Plan on upgrading to maybe a 3800 Denon or something like that here soon. Over here, I've just got this little popcorn maker. My wife got me a little 24-inch TV that I hook up some of the mini consoles, like the old school Super Nintendos and stuff. For surround sides, I have these Fluence bipoles. Got different speakers that I move around, but I'm using those right now. Got a few of those. Another one right there. For the height speakers that aren't actually even hooked up right now, I have some Energy Take Classics. Old school as well. Those things, I don't know, early 2000s or something like that. So for the front left and front right, it's actually the center channel speaker. And then the other ones are just the satellites. I may switch those out as well. Little computer setup I have over here. I have the Klipsch R41s, just little 4-inch guys. A Loxg A30 amp. For the computer, I have the M1 Mac Mini. Not the best, but this thing gets it done. This monitor is freaking awesome. It's a Apple Thunderbolt display, probably 10, 15 years old. It still works like it's new. It's spotless. There isn't even a scratch on this thing. I got it for $100 on top of that, so can't complain. Mouse and keyboard, Logitech, I think MX keys, kind of matching everything. They work great. I really like that mouse especially, and then the keyboard's backlit. My little streaming setup, microphone, usually have a camera there, but I took it all down. For furniture, I have this pull-out couch I got from Costco. It's really awesome. It's about 80 inches wide, and what I really like about it is you see these little handles here. It pulls out, and at least that couch pulls out. It makes it basically a queen size bed. So it's essentially a giant chase, which is really cool. I mean, recliners would work, but I kind of like the couch setup better. And so that's that. Got this carpet that also had pretty much, like I said, everything I've had other than the subwoofers and like these smaller furniture items I had just laying around. So don't really have much money invested in this room at all. And it's pretty freaking awesome for what it is. This room is 14, or actually about 12, a little over 12 feet wide and a little over 14 feet deep. It 9.5 foot ceiling, so it's decent size, but it's definitely not big. But it has a few little Easter eggs. There is a nook behind this that I could cut out, but probably won't. But this closet here, it is all torn apart right now because, like I said, I'm working on stuff. I have that drawer in there. I just have some tech storage in here. Kind of took everything out. It was more organized, and I'm working on that. But if you look back there, more stuff. Look at this little nook I found. I actually cut a hole in the drywall in between the studs. Don't know if this wall is load bearing, so I didn't get too crazy with it. But in here, there's essentially another closet. I got all kinds of storage stuff in there, like camera equipment, just whatnot. Look at all this room I have in here. So I plan on better utilizing that for storage essentially in there. And then the actual closet part, I am going to remove these doors or make them to where they hinge out, move this desk in there or build one, and mount a projector right there. Once the projector is mounted there, it's going to shine on that wall with a 150-inch image. Hey, it's going to be pretty big in this room, but I think it's going to look pretty nice. So this couch, I'm going to move right here. I'll be a little over 10 feet away from that wall. The speakers that I know and love, the nostalgia is there. If you notice, they're front ported. My plan is I am essentially going to build a console, which I've done before. They are going to be on their side, all linked together. They are going to be just under 100 inches wide. Going to make a giant sound bar out of them, essentially what it is. They're front ported, so it's not going to be as big of an issue being up against the wall. I am going to have that a little lower than the screen, but they will be tilted up slightly. So they'll probably be about 24 inches on the ground, but tilted up. And then the screen's right there. Once it's all said and done, everything will be hidden, including the subwoofers. And I will essentially have a giant flat panel TV on the wall, or a screen, and then what appears to be a giant subwoofer under it. So it's basically just going to look like a giant TV and screen. I will probably cover them with like a speaker grill, so they're, it doesn't really look like anything else is going on. It'll kind of just look like a mantle type thing. Got a few different ideas, but I think that's going to work. So I just wanted to show you the before, and I will have an update once I start making some progress with the after. But for what this room is, again, I essentially have zero money in it. It's an old TV I had, old speakers I had, old receivers, stuff I had laying around. I really like it. It's kind of fun to come up here, watch a movie, listen to some music on these freaking awesome energy speakers, and just hang out, get some work done on the computer. Nothing to complain about. Got to be thankful for what you have, and I am thankful for this little room. All right, so that's going to do it for now. Just wanted to show you guys what I am working with, and once I make some progress, I will definitely update that. I'll have a demo of what this Govee can do. Be sure to look for that. It'll be a short or something like that. All right, so until next time, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for lots more videos just like this. Peace. One little sample. Computer, make cat cave red.
Okay.
Bam, look at that. Oh, red lights. You know what that means. Gotta go.